I don't think the NBA is made up of the best 450 players in the world. I think maybe 85% of them are actually the best players in the world. And the rest are these developmental projects that will always be 2 years away from being 2 years away. Every year, NBA GMs will pass on proven hoopers, but instead, the guy with the long wingspan and the 40-inch vertical will be drafted strictly based off potential. Now, I understand the theory. If you got the physical gifts, we can always teach you the skill. That's not actually true. Here's why. What these GMs don't understand is that development is not just about reps. Skill development is about the brain. Is that kid operating on an old dial-up computer, or do they have this AI supercomputer? If you give me 1 week in the weight room with one of these kids, I'll tell you if they got the dial-up or the AI supercomputer. Some of them I will show an exercise that they've never done before, and they just do it exactly how I showed it. They have mirror neurons. They have the ability to see and do. This kid can develop so fast, and they have serious superstar potential. Other guys might not have that superpower, but I show them the exercise, they fail at the exercise, but then they have the critical thinking skills to ask all the relevant questions that need to be asked for them to then understand it. They have a genuine curiosity. They want to learn. This person may not have the same instant superstar potential as the guy with all the mirror neurons who could just see and do. However, this person can be a solid NBA player. It's going to take a lot more work and a lot more time for development. And then there's this guy. I showed them the exercise. They don't have the mirror neurons. They cannot see and do, so they mess up the exercise. But then they don't have the critical thinking skills to then ask the relevant questions, and or they don't have the genuine curiosity and they don't want to learn. They just kind of look mentally checked out. They want to move on to the next exercise. Maybe they're embarrassed that they couldn't get it down. This is a lot of these players, and you are who you, if this is you, you are who you are. You better hope that you developed some insane skill as a little kid. But the reality is, if you're a developmental project, and we're hoping that you develop in the next 2 to 3 years, and this is the operating system that you're working with, you're done. It's over. All right, so what's the takeaway of this video? If you're training young kids or you got a toddler at home and you want them to be good at basketball, the number one thing is just making them smart. Like, get off screens and play with blocks and be active in their developmental process and do dances where they have to mimic your dance and play multiple sports, and like just build a crazy AI supercomputer. Later on, when they get down to the nitty gritty of like really training, they're gonna master in 1 year what the person on the dial-up computer will take 20 years to master. And so they'll be able to literally watch a game and download all the relevant pieces of information that they just saw into their nervous system directly. I don't think